Mr. Happy and the Wizard. Mr. Happy goes to the town library every Saturday morning. He went there last Saturday. He went there this Saturday. He was looking along the shelves for a book to read when a very large and rather battered red volume caught his eye. He pulled it out and looked at the spine. It reads Spell Book. He was about to return it to its place when a voice suddenly said, "Don't you dare, I've been stuck on that shelf for a week." Mr. Happy dropped the book in surprise. "Ow," said the book, for it was the book that had spoken. There was a face on the cover. Nose, eyes, mouth, everything. Mr. Happy was too amazed to speak. "Ooh," wheezed the book. "Oh," wheezed the book. "You get terribly cramped if you're wedged on a shelf for too long. Now, then what's your name?" "Mr. Happy," said Mr. Happy, finding his voice at last. "Hello, I'm a spell book," said the book. "I belong to a wizard, but the silly, absent-minded fool left me there. Look, he even forgot his hat. Well, when I was asleep, someone tidied me up on that shelf. I need a lift home. Will you help me?" Mr. Happy agreed, and wearing the wizard's hat with the spell book under his arm, he set off through the countryside. Mr. Happy felt just like a real wizard. Along the way, he met Mr. Forgetful, who was standing beside a phone box, muttering to himself. "Do you have any spells there that could help Mr. Forgetful's memory?" Mr. Happy asked the spell book. "Of course," said the spell book, and opened on the right page. Mr. Happy read out the spell and watched Mr. Forgetful. "I remember," cried Mr. Forgetful. "I've got to ring Mr. Chatterbox, and I forgot to look out my house, and I forgot to turn off my bath, and I didn't post that letter, and I haven't bought any milk, and I must water the plants." And Mr. Forgetful was frantically running around in circles by this point, worrying about all the things he had forgotten. "Oh dear, do you have any spells to make people forget things?" Mr. Happy said to the book. The spell book opened at a different page, and as soon Mr. Happy said the spell, Mr. Forgetful looked a lot happier. Mr. Happy and the spell book continued on their way. They heard somebody talking to them himself around the bend in the road. "If I ever cross over, then I might get run over, but if I don't cross over, then how will I get to the other side? Oh dear, oh dear." It was Mr. Worry. Mr. Happy looked down at the spell book. "Do you want to know if I have any spells to stop people worrying?" guessed the spell book, and opened to the right page. Mr. Happy read out the spell. "I don't care," shouted Mr. Worry. Suddenly, "Hee, I'm worry-free. I'll just close my eyes and step out onto the—" Crash! He walked straight into Mr. Bump on his bicycle. "Maybe worrying is safe after all," said Mr. Happy, and the spell book flicked over a couple of pages to the spell that would return Mr. Worry to normal. It was a very long walk to the wizard's house. In the middle of the afternoon, Mr. Happy caught up with the hot and tired Mr. Small. "How about a spell for longer legs?" suggested Mr. Happy. "Coming right up," replied the spell book. Mr. Small's legs grew and grew. He strode off down the road at a terrific pace until he reached a tree and banged his head on a branch. The same thing happened on the second tree he came to, and on the trees all the way down the road. Bang, bang, ouch, ouch, bang, ouch. Mr. Happy winced. "Short legs?" asked the spell book. Mr. Happy nodded. By the evening, they came to a wood. "We're nearly there," said the spell book happily. Finally, they reached a cottage in a clearing. The wizard opened the door. He was overjoyed. My spell book and my hat. I've been looking high and low for them for so long that I'd nearly given up hope. Thank you. He invited Mr. Happy for supper. A wizard's supper. They ate everything pie. The pie changed as they ate, and so every mouthful tasted different. After supper was finished, and the washing up spell had done its work, the wizard turned to Mr. Happy. There must be something I can do for you. Choose any spell you wish. Choose anything you want. Mr. Happy smiled. After seeing what spells can do, I think I'm happy as I am, he laughed.